Hi, ladies and gentlemen, and you're welcome to Bible Reading Culture. I am Ophelia, and I am your host for this wonderful faith sharing of faith journey platform. So, yeah, happy and a peaceful new year. I want us to add to our new resolution something. I want us to add to it healing. Okay, there is nothing better than healing. Whatever that you are looking forward this year, I want us to look around healing. Okay, because healing has so many diversities. It could be healing from trauma, it could be healing from pain or hurt or guilt or disappointment or heartbreak. I want us to look at healing from our childhood, childhood pain that we couldn't even put into words, pain that took so much from us and is still taking so much from us. So I would like us to first of all pray. These are just how many? 4 points. To pray for unresolved emotions, okay? Because sometimes when you are growing, you need healing along to grow. If you do not heal from your unresolved traumas or unresolved emotions, it means that there would be a stunted growth somewhere. It means that time is passing you by, but the essence of time is not meaningful in your life. And so even though you might feel as if you have let go of certain things, letting go can also be you just forgetting or burying these kind of emotions in the unconscious. And as you grow, the unconscious expresses these traumas, these unresolved emotions. And there are ways that you react to these unresolved emotions that really take you by surprise. So one thing about our unresolved emotion is that our subconscious might still process unresolved memories, okay? Lingering questions or emotions from our past relationships, with family, with friends, with our exes, and all of that. And so if we do not learn to heal from these unresolved emotions, it means that we will have a very unsettled emotions, which may cause dysfunction. Number 2, we need to pray for a renewed mind. Okay, by renewing of our mind, we should reflect on Romans 12:2, which says that do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of our minds. We should pray that God should renew our minds for His will to be done in our lives, because if our minds are not renewed, it means our heart will linger onto the past emotions, which will also cause all kind of pain and disappointment. We also need to pray, number 3, that God should guard our hearts. Okay, Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And we read from Proverbs that we should keep our hearts with all diligence. Out of it are the issues of life. And number 4, we need to pray for spiritual discernment. Okay, so we need to ask ourselves if these thoughts or behaviors or reactions could be a tactic to divert our focus from our spiritual growth. Like I said, when there's growth, they need to be backed up by healing. You heal before you grow. Or maybe you're growing, you heal before you grow, which means that if you do not heal, you are stunted. Years can pass you by, time can pass you by, but our memories are always like yesterday. So our pain is always refreshing, it's always fresh, especially those with very photographic memories cannot just do away with those memories. So as we pray, we should focus on the purpose of God for our life. Everything that happens around us is as a result of what? Underlying needs. Whatever that your needs are, it could be what? Needs of it could be unmet needs of a love, a relationship, a companion, friendship, happiness, to be loved, to be cared for, to have a community that really supports you. So whatever that you may be longing for, which may be of connection, right? You need connection to function. I pray that we meet these needs in a very healthy way. Some of you might have ended this year, might have ended last year with a heartbreak. Do not long and yearn for a quick relationship. I pray that you find these needs in a very healthy way. Find healthy means and positive means of connection, of love, of friendship. Let's delve further into what limiting boundaries. Like this new year, you need to create healthy boundaries. You need to cut off certain people. It's okay to outgrow certain friendship and relationships. It is okay, because tell me what? You are growing. Luck is on your side. Blessing is on your side. Favor is on your side. Wisdom is on your side. You are growing in maturity, in spirit, in health, in wealth, in peace, in love. In all of this, it means that if you do not set these boundaries, a lot more will come and destabilize whatever you are trying to grow. Lastly, let's focus on the present. And when I say focus on the present, I mean a need for an emotional closure. All right? An emotional closure may not be found, but we can do one or two ways to release the burden, to release the emotional closure. Do you know what it feels like to have unanswered questions? Do you know what it feels like to have unanswered questions? It is when there's someone no longer in your life that you can have the answers that you need. But it's fine, because as you set boundaries, it means that you are ready for the journey. Okay? And in one psychological way of having an emotional closure is journaling. You can journal your thoughts and your feelings and make meaning of these behaviors, how you respond or how you react. And focusing on the present means, what can I do now? Because whatever you build in this present actually is you determining your future. It's you laying blocks and building your future. I just want to bring this to your notice that New Year has started. It shouldn't start with something big, of a big resolution. No, it just means that becoming better each day, calmly, gently, having compassion on yourself and living in the present, and then seeking and praying for God's guidance. Like, it's the little things that actually matters. It's not a perfection, it's progress. Every day when you're consistent with something. And talking about consistency, as I have started with Proverbs, you can all testify that every day I look forward to reading my Bible, and it is for me, and I try to pull you along. And I pray that this goes on, like we grow this together 10 years, 20 years, on, and our children will come and take this up, and it's gonna be something big for our generation. So Bible reading culture isn't just now, it is more of a generational inheritance for I and you, for our children and our children's children. So let's go forward into reading our Bible, because that is what we are here for. And today we are reading from Proverbs chapter 11, verses 1 to 31. So we go. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. When pride cometh, then cometh shame, but with the lowly is wisdom. The integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of transgressors shall destroy them. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his ways, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. The righteous of the upright shall deliver them, but transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. When a wicked man dieth, his expectation shall perish, and the hope of unjust man perisheth. The righteous is delivered out of trouble, and the wicked cometh in his stead. A hypocrite with his mouth destroyeth his neighbor, but true knowledge shall the just be delivered. When it goeth well with the righteous, the city rejoices, and when the wicked perish, there is shouting. By the blessing of the upright, the city is exalted, but it is overthrown by the mouth of the wicked. He that is void of wisdom despiseth his neighbor, but a man of understanding holdeth his peace. A talebearer revealeth secrets, but he that is of a faithful spirit concealeth the matter. Where no counsel is, the people fall, but in the multitude of counselors there is safety. He that is surety of a stranger shall smart for it, and he that hateth shortership is sure. A gracious woman retaineth honor, and strong men retain riches. The merciful man doeth good to his own soul, but he that is cruel troubleth his own flesh. The wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. As righteousness tendeth to life, so he that pursueth evil pursueth it to his own death. They that are of a froward heart are abomination to the Lord, but sure as are upright in their way are his delight. Though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered. As a jewel of gold in the swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. The desire of the righteous is only good, but the expectation of the wicked is wrath. There is that scattereth, and yet increaseth, and there is that withholdeth more than is meet, but is tended to poverty. The liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered also himself. He that withholdeth corn, the people shall curse him, but blessing shall be upon the head of him that selleth it. He that diligently seeketh good procureth favor, but he that seeketh mischief, it shall come upon him. He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch. He that troubleth his own house shall inherit the wind, and the fool shall be servant to the wise of heart. The fruit of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that winneth soul is wise. Now, my favorite memory verse is, as a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. You know, a swine, a pig. Proverbs 11:22, okay? Meaning that when you put a jewel in a pig's nose, okay? No matter how beautiful the jewel is, it's still in the nose of a pig. It will go into the gutters, it will go into the muddy places. There's just nothing valuable with a golden jewel in a pig's nose. So is a fair woman. A fair woman, literally like a metaphor, like a beautiful woman. So is a beautiful woman without discretion. Okay, so what is discretion? Okay, when we talk about, so is a fair woman, yeah, which is without discretion. So discretion literally means, maybe used as a metaphor, like wisdom, good judgment, and the ability to make choices that reflect moral integrity. Okay, so it's more like beauty without wisdom is misplaced. No matter how beautiful you are as a woman or as a man, if you don't have wisdom, you are destined to fail in life. There's nothing you do that will come out well. Whether business or raising a family or your own career, it's displaced. Number two, discretion as moral and spiritual awareness. So this is more into a man or a woman who prays to God, who goes down on your knees, who goes down into fasting and praying, asking God for wisdom, for moral integrity, asking God for good judgment, that when you are about to make decision, it should come as your decision should be made as a matured person, someone who has who is matured in spiritual integrity. And lastly, it means call to godly character. So the verse encourages women to pursue godly wisdom and discretion as qualities that truly enhance one's life and relationship. If you are with discretion, you are bound, like I spoke about, healthy boundaries. As a woman, you need healthy boundaries so that you don't flop in life, in all kinds of relationship, whether friends, whether family, whether church members, work colleagues, love relationships, whatever form of relationship. You need discretion. And you can only have this by seeking for God's wisdom. And the Bible tells us that the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. Because when we begin to reverence God and fear Him, it means we will stay away from evil things, or evil doing, or wickedness, or frowardness, or by joining the scorners, or doing things that do not glorify God. And anything that do not glorify God is a path to wisdom. I would like to end this by urging us to reflect. Okay, let's reflect and ask God for wisdom and discernment daily in our decisions. Number 2, we need to focus on cultivating an inner beauty as godly women. We need to ask for kindness, for humility. We need self-control. We need self-awareness. We need all kinds of emotional regulation, so that we don't embarrass God. We don't go out there disgracing God. I remember this Father Bruno. He says, if you have a friend that doesn't know what shame and disgrace is, you are in trouble. He says, always I miss him. He says, always look for a friend who knows what shame and disgrace is. It means that they have moral and spiritual integrity. Lastly, let our life reflect the values of discretion and godly character. Let's also learn to prioritize what pleases God over outward appearance. Yeah, outward appearance is good. Like I'm looking right now, I'm beautiful, I'm a fair woman, right? But what is all of this without discretion? What is all of this without wisdom? Without godliness? Without God's beauty? Without self-control? Without self-awareness? What is all of this without wisdom? Without good manners? Without sense? What is all of this that I have? It's nothing. In fact, the jewel in a pig's nose is at the wrong place. So I wish you all the best. Take good care of yourself. And God bless you. Happy and a peaceful New Year. Bye.